cloister is a lovely place to live. If you're a moon-sized computational device that requires year-round sub-zero temperatures to avoid melting down.
The terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find... Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine. You must finish reading through that terminal. The elevator's been summoned from below.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot. Yes, I'm fine, because I think I understand what was actually happening. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
Rao, you really ought to have a sit-down. Were this anyone except your mentor, you'd see this for what it is.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Inoculated against a hostile, peril-filled universe with Auntie's choice. Daredevils rejoice.
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... What am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort.
Thinking will only leave you sinking. Listen, child, and take it straight from me.
How dare you? I may be a junior Arbiter, but I'm not going to let someone that is a high-ranking Arbiter, get away with desertion. I heard that Arbiter Rao had left his post without leave some time ago, and chose to track him down myself. Following the trail has not been a simple matter, but I did not let that deter me.
Most certainly. The acclimation period for junior arbiters to understand the extent of their powers is inherently awkward. I imagine this war has made it more so.
We junior arbiters are as capable as always, if not more so. All the war has made clear is that we must take more initiative if Arcadia is to remain unscathed. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken.
Now our underlings are grinning, and upper rungers are winning.
At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice. I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
With my rival. Suppose I can outdo or outthink the vast herds. She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess.
The ex-Protectorate subject there had been mentally refreshed. Killing him would have accomplished nothing, despite his crimes, as he was merely a pawn to someone else.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did, what you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
my corporate seal had been revived.
The reason I have deserted is to search for evidence leading to the true killer of the Supreme Arbiter. I know the concept of evidence is not broadly taught. The Supreme Arbiter taught me to seek out the facts of one who has committed a crime in order to better identify them, in order to avoid judging innocence. This, in turn, would allow me to do my duty more properly, and to improve society as a result. You see, I haven't deserted the Protectorate. I'm conducting my own investigation.
But by looking into her death, you go against High Command's official statement. You claim to know better than the Protectorate.
And if I am mistaken, I shall submit myself for judgment. But I have already found evidence to the contrary. All that stands between me and the true killer is you. You're no fool. I can see you understand my reasoning. All that you must decide now is if it is right to render judgment upon me.
I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could...
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker, without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm Pleased.
Yeah, I bet he is. Just remind him that abstaining from violence ain't the same as chocolates and flowers.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
Huh. You beginning to wean yourself off of eating the shoe polish? This is a good turn, Rao.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Have you lived all your life within the Protectorate? No. What do you know about what makes an arbiter? I refuse to question the Supreme Arbiter, just as I refuse to cast every belief I hold dear into the mud. Push me no more. Virgil will know what to make of this. Together we'll figure out what to do. I'll message him when we return to the ship. Hopefully he shall respond. Quickly.
Drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. Fizzles, Spectrum vodka. It's Fizzles, we love Fizzles.
And now it's available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzles, Spectrum vodka.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without. The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower, or Colossicacerum, is responsible for dumping several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere each pollination cycle. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements, and the many other flowering megaflora native to the colony, and you have a recipe for gunky eye, goop lung, post-nasal flooding, and worse. Unless you've stockpiled Falderall's mollifying demulcent. An easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics.
Fine. Let us... proceed.
This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
My blood boils at the consul's gall. He will pay 1,000 times for this treachery. Any
undisputed claim. The self-made market legend herself, paragon of do-it-yourself, slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy, highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. I do what it takes for a bottom worker's responsibility. I try my best to urge you, let Rose before the merge. And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thing child and take it straight from me.
On this episode of Big Game Hunter, we take you to the ice moon of Cloister.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks. Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Now this is top shelf mantipillar secretion, and what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. It doesn't kill you. Boosts your net worth. This is Big Game Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Joints and Unisol, the right multi-spectrum antibiotics for wildlife interactions gone wrong. I'm freezing my assets forsaken snowball orbiting Elysium. Everyone knows Cloister's home to the computronic powerhouse known as the Archive. But that ain't the only profit driver here. There, beyond that crevasse, a herd of ursopods. Their hides, heads, and claws are as tough as the tundra. Cautious but feisty, bearish and bullish. Best keep your distance. Ursopods get awfully scratchy up close. Although some can spit a nasty wad of mucus and provoke from afar. They're taking an interest in me. Ursopods are resistant to the cold.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the Archive.
UNEAC has likely been sorting out the logistic problems.
Freeze off. Why didn't anyone with the staff tell me an ice moon would be so cold? They're charging! Get them off me! Get them off! Security team, shoot them! Where's the law? Protectorate checking. All Protectorate subjects should prepare to be questioned, searched,
I am primed to punish!
Back and stand.
Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we explore another habitat, preferably one more tropical, where I can stick a little up my anti-Fizzo's numb run. Until then, bottom line.
Next up, something else. This one always makes me pretend I have this.
Go for torpification.
None shall stand against us!
I have a fix on their weakness.
It looks to be all clear. Please release them. They always come from that big building across the street before they open the gate. Must be the key in there.
This pass is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado. First, it was Auntie's choice, then the Protectorate. After that, some damned cultists. I don't even know what group you Hollands belong to. Don't leave all full of anger now. Just leave. Wait, that's not who I think it is it? Yeah. Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up.
Flurry.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your... Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purple Berry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep, life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. Reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Marisol, you're here. That is assuming it's an enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition. Yes, should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items in here. I thought I would never see you again. It's been what, 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure. Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anaïs Boujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anaïs Boujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
Arbiter Tristan Rao. Suffice it to say, I'm more pleased to meet a former seer than an active one.
Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order needlessly, heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path if I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly.
Available in mysterious murky brown.
Hold on, did you? You continued your research. On your own.
I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations were destroyed years ago.
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Auntie's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Perhaps we'll see each other again sometime.
Don't wanna do no cooking, all I wanna do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Worst, oh worst, it's not the worst unless it's worst, oh worst. Grab a can today. Tons of sweet meats, lots of hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Here's the hot sandwich.
Not stay your execution.
Combat probable.
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Still here. You caught us taking 5 in our 10-hour shifts.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
No, sir. We cracked open the group and hit the force ghost. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste post-product to full burn. Small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is this. Back to the factory floor. Snap the tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats in
Weapon ready, Commander.
Plasma tolerances exceed.
Back and stand. That'd be Spyerton. Was once the Order's headquarters on Cloister. Afore all this.
Exists. Advertising.
Auntie's Choice Chumbar is a delicious adjacent snack from the maker of roll-ups and leavings.
The Chumbar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to forced entrails, organs, salt tuna skin, nanopeels, and tobacco and husks. A combination of chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share with a chum.
Enough of that, I suppose.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Are you stuck on the ground?
Featuring products.
Check your scope, Commander.
You represent a significant investment in human capital.
These are just the bodies we see. Imagine how many more there are, buried beneath the snow.
Employee of the fiscal quarter, Desmond Buchanan Milver Street, for his outstanding service on Paradise Island. Milver Street orchestrated a propaganda-driven initiative which aided the contractor, potential protector and belligerent, into protecting anti-personnel, all without firing a
I
single
shall not stay your execution!
Prosecuting! Viscerally!
good corporate reverse story. If only Sicilian Babylon Car had tried such creative tactics.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
One of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from the
Critical. Don't become a statistic.
Reach my...
Drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, bucket. Fizzo, 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 that's in my car. Red and green and black and blue.
Milky white and orange too.
Yellow, pink and violet.
Red makes you smile.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, bucket down. It's Fizzo's, Fizzo, 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 Spectrum Vodka.
Taking punitive action!
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders of winter. Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
Trooper. Trooper! Hayes! Hayes, can you hear me? I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I... wait. Welcome, potential customer, to the majesty of Auntie's military might. Normally, I would be at your service, but I'm dealing with a situation here. It's really none of your...
Sarge, maybe they can help. The two of us are certainly out of options.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You? Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes. He seems to have some kind of break or shock to the head, and he's, well...
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker. Try a gross habit, it shocks and nadgy bits. This flogger's a stopper, you just can't brush off her.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first, I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent. The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before the assault began, and the rounds shook the ground so badly that our lantern flew off its hook on the wall. Hayes put his hands over his ears, lay feet on the ground, and after the only thing that had come from his mouth were jingles. Old archaic jingles, ones I haven't heard in years. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim is more than enough to bankrupt them. Yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner. Sadly, you're probably right. We'll try and get him back to base and hope there's enough in his account to cover psychodesectification. Thank you for trying to help.
It's the hotshot for hire from the wireless.
Has anyone seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves and stuck. You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet.
Isolated from reinforcements. The detector assaulted so quickly, we couldn't even begin to respond.
50-bit says that plan came from the archive. Their field movements have been shockingly well coordinated since they locked us out of that damn ship.
Maybe a strategic plan would have been a better use for it than making more money. Maybe by now.
Whoa there, go-getter. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team's presently occupying these premises, but haven't fully brought them to heel, per se. Say, you look like some sort of rogue former member of the Order. Maybe you could tell us what this place is supposed to be.
Me? Part of the Order? Oh, no, dear. I assure you I simply share their love of sweeping cloaks and sciencey-looking accessories. I shall update my wardrobe to avoid such confusion.
Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what it was used for. As far as we can tell, order's been cleared out for some time. If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. Well, consider me even more intrigued by your presence. Heard hints this place was some sort of off-the-books research operation, which of course we of Auntie's Choice simply delight in. The Order left some fairly formidable security in one building. Mention that in case the prospect of certain death may inspire you to unburden yourself. Based on your reticence, I take it you're bound for unorthodox notion reclusion then. How exceedingly ill-advised. Ah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers and maybe use them for a shield. Alternately, if you manage to find anything marketable, probably be game to barter for it later. Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way.
Oh, a customer. You have needs. I have purloined goods to upsell. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice finest and some well-built order items scavenged from this very facility. Just don't mention where it came from. Appear to need something. Hope looking. Appear to need something. Just. Wouldn't be here to deliver news of my transfer going through, would you? No? Suppose we're still cut off then. How might I help you? This'll only hurt about a lot. All better. Anything else you need? If you get shot, bitten, or stabbed, you know where to find me.
This is one big death trap. You want in? Be my guest.
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen. Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent. Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure.
I'll hang back a moment. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable. Way to disable these fences.
To limit further damage, Commander.
Someone there? Hello? Help! Please! Thank the law somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Like concerning, since it's all I have. We was sizing up the place, well, the lobby, when our boss ordered us to find an off switch for them traps, which required us to negotiate through or around said traps to do so. A bunch of the others got killed. I got stuck in here. Boss left with the rest. You think you could get me out somehow? Like, right about now, even?
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets? Just consider for a moment. We're here to keep dangerous research from spreading, from falling into the wrong hands. I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's choice obtaining research related to cataclysmal ends, or monetizing prevaricated hypotheses for that matter. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something. Yes, and if you let him free, hundreds, thousands, millions of living, breathing human beings might die. Auntie's choice could access the very research we're here to destroy.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't like the sounds of any of this.
I seriously doubt you're going to convince me we should release him. The stakes are simply too high.
I promise not to, blow up the universe. Or, whatever it is you two are worried about, I guess.
Really ought to listen sometime. Not claiming I'm perfect, but I survived this long.
Can you let me out now, please?
Phew. Well, that's a relief. Didn't think I'd ever get free. No thanks to you, ma'am.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Don't have to tell me twice. This is all the bits I have on me. Not much, but thanks. I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
You're young and spry. You can handle that.
We'll stay here. Consider self-preservation a priority. Who left this bench open? Security around here was tighter in my day.
Did I read that correctly? Seemed concerning.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got company in the form of an Auntie's Choice patrol. Seems their representative wishes to parley.
Don't shoot! Like she said, I'm just here to talk. Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing to offer a mutually beneficial arrangement. Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the research stored here. But cataclysmic end? Don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last trace. But let us keep the rest.
The idea of any order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a...
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Understood. But if it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case...
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no...
Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.